Hey friends. Happy Halloween, everyone. This year, I'm gonna look at a Halloween special that you may or may never have heard of, I don't know. Spookley the Square Pumpkin is the weirdest Halloween special to me. Ever since I was a little kid, I would always be eager to watch this every Halloween, but it's really weird to watch now as a media literate adult. For example, somehow I never really caught on to the obvious racial undertones.
All the pumpkins in this patch are nice and round. We are matched, but not spookly.
Seriously, what the fuck? It's so on the nose. The less I say about the honeydews, the better. Okay, don't worry, I'm getting into the actual movie. You know you're in for a damn good time when the opening credits are in Comic Sans. Amazing. Oh yeah, one obvious thing I should point out, the animation, fucking garbage. It looks disgusting. The expressions can be kind of creepy at times, the textures are really flat, muddy, and gross. The movements are really choppy, the entire thing is just, ew, gross, disgusting. It did not age well at all, not in the slightest. I also genuinely don't remember the dialogue and the writing being this bad.
We prefer to say we're in web design.
Half of the characters in this movie are super unlikable and annoying. Bobo is just a self-absorbent, annoying little bitch who just doesn't have any likable qualities whatsoever. Bella is also annoying and tries to starve Boris, but more on that later. Jack is a fine character, but is it me, or does it seem completely unfair that Spookley has this competitive disadvantage compared to the round pumpkins? Spookley didn't know how to hop on his own during the first Jack Olympics game. The second one is literally bowling, and Spookley is way too small and light for the last game. I'm really glad that Spookley is able to participate at all, but it's such a dick move for Jack to not have any games that could possibly accommodate for Spookley. Spookley has a bunch of competitive disadvantages and Jack does not give a single shit. Big Tom and Little Tom have a huge competitive advantage, but he still lets them compete despite being disqualified twice? I am so fucking confused. What is your thought process, Jack? You asshole. Legitimately, no other character in this movie points this out in the slightest. Oh my god, this special is a mess. Have I mentioned yet that this movie is a musical? Yeah, the songs aren't very good. They range from mediocre to really bad. Yeah, that's it. I don't really have anything to say about the songs. Spoilers for Spookley the Square Pumpkin if you give a shit. How does Jack escape from the giant branch at the end? Bro doesn't have any body strength, nor do the bats, and the pumpkins certainly don't help him, so like, how did he get out? Why is the farmer surprised that Spookley is a square pumpkin? Aren't square pumpkins only possible through human intervention? Did his off-screen boyfriend do this hoping to surprise him?
Wow, they have it square.
It's a pumpkin's dream holiday. It is? Absolutely.
It's every pumpkin's dream to get cut up and have their organs harvested. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I like the 3 spiders and there's the occasional funny joke, but otherwise this special is ass and it really did not age well at all. It's pretty sad, but I guess that's just a part of growing up and becoming more media literate, I don't know. 2 out of 10, add Jack in a fortnight. Now let's give it up for my girlfriend Soul Shield 77.
Take it away.
Maisie.
Alright, cocksuckers. This is the part of the show where I explain everything wrong with these fuck-ass bats because I love these animals way too much to let them be disrespected like this. First of all, bats are nocturnal, meaning them being awake during the day is absolute bat guano. Most of this movie takes place during the daytime. Not only that, but Bella actually forces Boris to stay awake during the day, which is really not good. Not just for their circadian rhythm, but there's a damn good reason bats train not to be active during the day. Primarily, predators. Bats are both prey and predator animals, and any hawk, which do live in Texas, more on that later, that spots them will decide they'd make a good meal. The only possible reasons they could be active during the day is either migration, which is unlikely, heat relief because the roof got too hot, possible, but it still doesn't explain them being out all day, or they're sick. Now, before we continue, apparently this film takes place in Springtown, Texas, meaning these two are most likely Mexican free-tailed bats. These bats are insectivores, meaning they eat primarily, if not solely, insects, usually flying ones that appear at night. Now, Could Boris and Bella be a different species of bat? Yes. But the fact that Boris specifically hunts insects combined with the setting confirms to me that the most likely option would be the Mexican free-tailed bat. Why do I bring this up? Because Bella insists on making Boris eat, quote, low-fat, high-protein granola.
Have some granola. Low fat, high protein, and no squirming.
First of all, bats can't digest grains. This includes oats, which are a whole grain and is a primary ingredient in granola, aside from seeds, nuts, and some for a sweetener like honey and the occasional fruit. This isn't even the only bat food crime in this film. Boris has a whole burlesque-style musical number about his love for eating arthropods. The reason I say arthropods is because some of the creepy crawlies he does mention are not insects, including slugs and snails, which are technically mollusks, not insects. These, as well as spiders, are not part of the Mexican free-tailed bat standard diet. Though Dylan did count that grubs counted, I can assure you that grubs are baby wasps, and wasps are a part of the usual diet of this species. Insectivorous bats need the fat and protein that their main diet provides because they're known to hibernate and have a high energy level that would require the diet they have. Usually, a bat will try to eat its body weight in insects every night when hunting, possibly more if it's a female bat who's trying to feed a pup. This is vital to both them and the farm Boris and Bella very obviously roost at. Bats are important to agriculture because they'll eat the pests that would otherwise destroy the crops Holiday Hill farms grow. Pumpkins especially are vulnerable to spotted and striped cucumber beetles, squash bugs, which are considered true bugs, melonworm, which this would also likely be a threat to honeydew, and various aphids, most of which would usually be managed by either spiders or bats. The fact Boris is going for different arthropods outside his usual diet means he is starving and desperate. This poor guy even ends up eating candy corn at the end, which is something insectivorous bats cannot digest. If he and Bella were fruit bats, it'd be a different story entirely. And my final gripe is near the end, where Bella and Boris could have easily flown away. It's not like bats can't fly in rain. Just because bats would prefer not to doesn't mean they can't.
You're gonna die!
Fly, you fools! On another note, there are a lot of weird racial implications for our Rudolph-type storyline. Not just the honeydews either. There's an entire musical number dedicated to how Spookley isn't a real pumpkin because he's square. Even I, as a cultural mutt, don't think I have a say in what's offensive or not, but I do know that this aligns with a lot of racist bigotry, and the less said about the Romani joke during the Transylvania twist, the better. Obviously the point is to prove the Squash Z is wrong, but still, the level of mean-spiritedness surpasses even 2005 Chicken Little.
Did Charlotte stop spinning her web?
No!
And do you know why?
No!
Okay, this was actually a good joke. There are a few good jokes here and there. Overall, this shit is so ass, and I only had a few enjoyable moments. Racism out of 10. Go away.
Thanks for joining me, sweetie. Love you. We'll see y'all later. We hope you enjoyed this video, and happy Halloween, everybody.
Abandoned pumpkin! Abandoned pumpkin!